so full of life.
She was just a lot of fun and made every moment count.
She still makes me smile.
Over this past year, the Kausners have become something they thought they'd never be. One of those families you see on TV, publicly grieving, wearing buttons with pictures of a loved one who has died a tragic death.
A foundation that formed in honor of one of the victims of the Flight 3407 crash is expanding its focus. Elly's Angels, named after Elly Kausner of Clarence, will now begin helping families adopt children with disabilities.
Did you ever notice how sometimes good things come from tragedies? These young ladies are a perfect example. They are Sub-Zero All-Star cheerleaders and Elly's Angels.
Elly's Angels was a program that was put together when our coach's sister died in the Flight 3407.
Their coach is Laura Kausner-Voigt, and her sister was Elly Kausner. The beautiful 24-year-old died when Flight 3407 crashed in Clarence Center. Laura is determined to honor her little sister.
The moment I truly knew what heartbreak was is when the organization I cheer on, Sub-Zero All-Stars, found out that our coach's sister, Elly Kausner, had died in the crash of Flight 3407. My heart instantly dropped. I felt a mixture of emotions, such as sorrow, heartbreak, and most of all, loss. After all this grief and heartache, good came. We were no longer individuals who cheered together. We became one team and one family, with a bigger heart than I ever thought was imaginable.
In a forum where athletes find so much passion in what they do, where they open their hearts at practice and leave them on the mat when they compete, we as coaches have an obligation to give them the very best instruction possible. We have a responsibility to be the very best role models that we can be. We're obligated to take the opportunity to work with our athletes, both veterans and beginners, and mold them into competitive athletes, but more importantly, model citizens.
And they've done a lot of community service. On this day, they're delivering dozens of pies to the Buffalo City Mission. Pies baked with love by Elly's Angels. Even Elly's mom, Marilyn, was on hand helping.
Like, helping somebody just feels good to me. Like, it changed my life, Elly's Angels.
Elly's Angels is more than an outreach program in my eyes. Everything we do to help out others and make a difference in their lives is done with a whole heart, not half of it. The meaning behind what we do sets us apart from other programs. Every event I attend puts a smile on my face when I see what an impact the program I'm a part of has made on the lives of others. Not only has it affected other people, but it has affected my perspective on life.
Riders had quite a cheering section. The cheerleaders from Sub-Zero All-Star Cheerleading lined the route to encourage bikers. The group known as Elly's Angels had made it a mission to support events like this one around Western New York.
Our group is named after my little sister, who was this victim on Flight 3407, and her name was Elly, and we're here to cheer on the people riding today, and we're going all year in the community to support all different events.
Elly's Angels is important to me because it teaches me what is really important in life. The important stuff that is supposed to mean the most to you doesn't cost anything. Elly's is a program that we started to help others, which I love doing, but it is also helping us. Elly's has made me look at things differently.
Elly's Angels allows me the opportunity to go out in the community and help those in need, and doing so while honoring someone very special. When I'm at an Elly's Angels event, the feelings I experience are indescribable. The events make you realize how lucky you are to be healthy and to be a part of something as great as Sub-Zero. Not only has Elly's Angels given me the feelings of gratefulness, but also inspired me in choosing a nursing career.
That horrific night happened to fall on the eve of our trip to Cheer Sport Nationals. This was the first trip to Cheer Sport for almost every girl in our program. That night, when my world crashed down around me, I knew that it would come crashing down around my athletes within the next few hours when they heard the news. And in those dark days when my heart was broken and my hope was gone and everything seemed uncertain, I escaped for 2 minutes and 30 seconds as I watched my girls perform through a computer screen. They cheered from a different place that day. They cheered for their coach. They cheered for each other. They cheered for Elly.
The vision of Sub-Zero's community outreach program started long before that tragic night of February 12th. As an organization, we wanted to get our girls involved in the community, to open doors for them that they may never have tried to open themselves. We wanted to show them a different side of life, to show them that they can make a difference in the world, and most of all, give them the tools that they could use to make a difference in their own lives. Then came the night of February 12th, and in a tragic moment, everyone's life had changed, and none of us would be the same.
Elly's Angels brought something out of me that I never knew I had inside of me. The opportunity to help and love others that I hadn't had the chance to do before. A chance to give back to the community.
They overwhelm me every time we show up at something. They just, when I was a teenager, I wasn't that selfless. I don't remember being as selfless as they are. My mind is just, I can't get my mind around it.
Elly's Angels means having the chance to do something for others. There is no greater feeling than the feeling of knowing you helped someone. Elly's Angels has given me a sense of selflessness. I think more about others more than myself. A year ago, before Elly's Angels started, I never would have imagined that I would be going to so many community service events. At each event, I realize that there are people that are less fortunate than I am. I have a new take on life, and I know to appreciate the things I have and to appreciate the people around me. But most importantly, at each Elly's event we go to, we're doing it in memory of someone who's very important to us.
And I watch these girls, honestly, from the inside out being transformed, realizing that life is a lot bigger than the boots they're wearing or the boyfriend they have that week, and they really, really get it.
And I could never thank Elly's Angels, Sub-Zero, or Coach Laura, or even Elly enough. I would love to keep going, but I think I should stop now. Rest in peace, Elly. I know you're watching out for us, and I hope you know what you've given so many people.
What do you think your sister would think of Elly's Angels?
I think that she would be shocked that only 9 months after we lost her that this much has come together in her name. I think she would just be very humbled and touched that people continue to think of her and talk of her and us.
A group of girls giving of themselves, something we can all be thankful for.
Since that weekend, I've watched the transformation of so many young women. Because of Elly's Angels, something unbelievable has happened to each of them. With every event they're a part of for Elly's Angels, with every act of selflessness they transform. They are changing the lives of sick children. They are providing food for the hungry. They are clothing the poor. They are giving hope to the hopeless. And each of them is changing from the inside out because of it. Because of Elly's Angels, these young women now have a new perspective on life. They are the most beautiful people I know.